And I now give the floor to the representative of the Russian Federation.
Thank you, Mr. President. We thank the Special Coordinator, Tor Vennesland, for his briefing. We listened closely to the Israeli and Palestinian student representatives. Achieving lasting peace and security in the Middle East and North Africa region remains one of the most important tasks on the international agenda. It goes without saying that one of the fundaments of achieving long-term stability in the region is making progress on the Middle East peace process, with, as a central element of that, a just solution to the Palestinian question. We note the resumption of contacts between Palestinians and Israelis on matters of security and taxation. An important area of cooperation at this stage is combating their common enemy, the coronavirus pandemic. On the 23rd of February, there was a virtual meeting of the Ad Hoc Liaison Committee on providing assistance to the Palestinians, during which we informed our colleagues about our joint efforts with the Palestinians to combat the coronavirus. At the same time, we cannot help but be concerned by the unilateral steps by Israel to create irreversible fait accompli on the ground, namely through illegal settlement building, the demolition of homes, and plans to annex occupied territories, which undermine the prospects for achieving a lasting settlement. We believe that the international community must play a constructive role in the Palestinian-Israeli peace process, as well as in alleviating the acute humanitarian and socio-economic problems in the occupied territories, particularly in the Gaza Strip. We attach great importance to sustaining the effective work of UNRWA, which is providing support to Palestinians both in the occupied territories and in neighboring Arab countries. Mobilizing comprehensive humanitarian assistance is particularly necessary against the backdrop of the pandemic in order to overcome socio-economic difficulties and combat the spread of the infection, including when it comes to vaccinations. We are working on the basis that the process that was launched in 2020 to normalize Arab-Israeli relations will serve the goal of regional stabilization and help advance the Middle East peace process, and will not be used to relegate the Palestinian question to obscurity. Russia has consistently supported the two-state principle, stipulating the creation of an independent Palestinian state within the 1967 borders, with East Jerusalem as its capital, and based on the universally recognized international legal basis, including relevant UN decisions, as well as the Arab Peace Initiative. We believe that there is no alternative to direct negotiations between Palestinians and Israelis on all parameters of a final settlement, including the question of refugees, borders, water resources, and the status of Jerusalem. We also trust that the upcoming elections, both in Palestine and in Israel, will help support the internal consolidation and strengthening of the state institutions of both parties. Concerns over the security of Israel also need to be taken into account. Together with our Egyptian friends, we intend to continue helping the Palestinians achieve unity around the platform of the PLO. Our view is that the upcoming elections in Palestine will also be a good opportunity to overcome their differences and strengthen their government institutions. For our part, we are taking steps to support collective efforts to achieve just peace in the region. In our view, one thing that needs to be done is intensifying the work of the Quartet of International Mediators and making its meetings regular in nature. This will allow its members, Russia, the US, the UN, and the EU, to keep their finger on the pulse and ensure the constant coordination of their actions. Following the 15th of February video conference of the Quartet, we can say that our partners in this inclusive mechanism that is endorsed by UN Security Council resolutions have demonstrated their readiness to engage in constructive cooperation. We think it would be sensible to involve regional players in advancing the Middle East peace process as well. In this connection, we believe that in the spring or summer of this year, it would be useful to hold a ministerial meeting in the 4+4+2 format, that is to say the Quartet plus Egypt, Jordan, the UAE and Bahrain, plus the Palestinians and Israelis, with the possible inclusion of Saudi Arabia as well. A meeting of this sort would be along the lines of the initiative of the President of Palestine, Mahmoud Abbas, to convene an international conference on the Middle East peace process. During the Quartet Plus event, we would be able to take stock of the current state of affairs and also identify key areas for joint work to help shake the Middle East peace process out of its torpor. We hope that this idea will be supported and also that we will receive proposals and comments from all interested parties to helpfully prepare for this meeting. Thank you.
I thank the representative of the Russian Federation for his statement.